Let's go over a few back exercises that won't just help you build up your back and your core for a stronger yoga practice, but that will help alleviate back pain in your day-to-day. So we're going to tip forward to our hands and knees, finding that tabletop position. We love a good stack of elbow over wrists and hips over knees. We have a long spine here, a nice neutral spine. And you want to warm up your spine with a couple cats and cows. So as we inhale, our shoulders go back, our chest lifts up. And as we exhale, we arc our spines, put some space into our back. The goal is always to connect breath to movement. But it's a really nice way to get in touch with your back and your body. We're moving nice and slow. You might find that the compression doesn't really work for your spine, and that's okay. You might not go quite as deep into your cow pose. Same thing with your exhale. It's a great way to start listening to your body and connecting your breath to movement. It also might feel really good just sort of stretching out the back. So let's take 2 more rounds of breath. We might deepen our inhales and our exhales so we can hold in the sweet spots of each of these poses. All right, our first exercise is bird dog, and it is one of the most common exercises you see for folks with back pain. And it looks something like this. I'll start with my right hand out, my left foot back. Here's what the full pose looks like. But if you find that your back is dropping, or this pose, maybe you're still building up the strength here, and that's okay. Start with one arm. Just take your right arm out, hold it. Practice bringing your belly button into your spine, finding that good flex. Practice getting comfortable on your left arm, keeping your left elbow soft, not dumping weight into your left heel. It's a great way to build up strength. Put the right hand down, do it on the left. A nice big reach. You can work on bringing shoulders away from ears. Again, engaging the core, pulling belly button up towards spine. Finding the good stack. Although if your wrist, if your shoulder comes back just a little bit behind your wrist to alleviate any wrist pain, you can play a little bit. Although that for some might put a little bit more pressure on the heel of the hand. So then you do the left side. Let's explore the feet, starting with the right foot. We want to find a nice flex. We want to lift our heel in line with our hip. And now we're not just bringing our belly button into our spine, but we're starting to tap into our pelvic floor. So a nice hold. Really think about taking any arc out. You might feel the core workout already, and you might feel your back getting involved. Knee down, left leg out. Find that good flexed foot, lifting up the heel, firming up the core, slow build. Set knee down. I always love a little cat-cow rinse to help you check in with the spine. Now, if you're feeling up to it, and if you're not, you might just do another pass through, one limb at a time, but right hand out, left leg back. Really think about engaging the core, supported from the core, no drooping in your back. And if you want to add little exercises, you might exhale, tap knee to elbow. We always want to exhale on exertion, so we're firming up our core muscles. Plant the hand, plant the knee. We're going to do the other side, so if you're still working your way through your limbs, no problem. But it's left hand out, right foot back, our nice strongly engaged core. And if we choose to tap knee to elbow, we're exhaling on exertion. Nice and long. Everything planted. We take our little rinse of our spines. Let's make our way to prone, down onto our bellies. So another common back strengthening exercise, really good for, again, toning our core, our back core for our practice, is locust pose. I'll show you the full variation. It's chin or forehead down, legs down. We exhale completely. Inhale, come up. So come up with breath for strength. Now, if you're not quite here yet, don't worry. It's a big pose. A nice way to acclimate yourself. Start with chin or forehead down. Really press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale completely. Inhale just the head and chest up. Working that back strength slowly. Pressing feet down. Then we can focus on drawing the shoulders away from our ears, drawing our shoulder blades together. Inhale, lifting, finding strength. Exhale, bringing length into your spine. One more. When we come on down, we want to make a pillow with our hands, bend into our knees, and we say we're just windshield wipering our feet back and forth to give us a little space in our lower backs. Then you might try it, keeping your hands stacked, your forehead or your chin resting. It's a matter of preference. But we exhale completely, and we inhale just the legs up. Nice big lift, little draw of the heels together, strong backs. Remember, when we exhale, we can put a little space in our spine. And when we inhale, we can lift up higher. You can keep practicing these halves as you build up the strength to someday, one day, bring everything back. Inhale, just the hip bones and the navel off the mat. Really great back strengthening exercise. Let's come on down, stack up our hands, bend into our knees, windshield wiper. Let's press our hands down, come back up to our table. How are things feeling? So you could take another cat and cow, but we've been playing with compression and expansion. So I like a horse biting tail. You bump one hip over, say to the right, like I am, and then you sort of peek back over your shoulder at your hip. And you're gonna feel this amazing side body release. So we're gonna get into everything that's, our side body doesn't get a lot of love. It's the muscles that stabilize our back, so that can feel really good. Come through center. Do the same on the right. Or on the left. Right side body's the one getting the stretch. And then we come center. So another great way to build strength, something you see a lot in a vinyasa class. You'll notice people coming to high plank, right? And we really want to think about keeping our seat in line with our shoulders, and you lower down. An awesome way to build strength here is to hang out in high plank on your knees. I feel it really firms up my lower core. I don't have to worry about my seat drooping. It's really gonna build up the strength that you need to support your back. Never be afraid to come to your knees. When I was started really ramping up my practice again about 10 or so years ago, I would always lower to my knees, practice getting to chaturanga or to my belly here, and it helped me lay a strong foundation. So you hear people say plank is a great core exercise. It is, but if your seat sags or your chest goes a little bit lower, knees. Great, great place to hang out. So let's come back up to table. Let's take another horse biting tail rinse. Bumping hip to the side, take hand peek back. Come back to center, off to the left. Come center, and that's it. If you practice those 3 exercises, you will build up your core strength in the front, in the back. You will create a stronger foundation for your yoga practice, and you will probably do a lot to alleviate day-to-day back pain. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.